fast food is becoming an epidemic, not only affecting our children, but also affecting us as adults. Recently, a significant amount of consumers, about 41%, are claiming that their ideas of places offering fast food has expanded recently to include fast casual restaurants, such as Panera Bread, and also full-service restaurants offering carry-out and curbside services such as Applebee's. Not only does fast food cause obesity and weight gain, but it can also cause many other diseases and health issues. When we think of health issues, we think of adults, but these greasy foods are also having a huge effect on young children. It is obvious why most Americans eat fast food, because it is quick and easy. One college student was quoted as saying, "Fast food marketing makes it very accessible, and if several students combine to order fast food, it becomes an even cheaper option," said Hannah Cooper, a student at the University of Leicester. Furthermore, America is not the only country with this fast-growing epidemic. In Nigeria, it is quickly becoming a part of their everyday life and culture. Despite fast food's convenience and quickness, it is one of the United States' biggest and fastest-growing epidemics that needs to be overseen and reprimanded. As Bex Musa says in the article Effects of Fast Food on Children, not only is it proven to cause obesity in adults, but also in recent research it is found to cause asthma, diabetes, immunity deficiency, and high blood pressure. Fast foods are high in calories, but they are also high in fats, saturated fats, sugar, and salt. Many children develop type 2 diabetes that would normally only affect their parents or grandparents. The body fails to produce the insulin and controls the levels of sugar and metabolism. The excess amount of salt leads to high blood pressure not only in children but also in adults. Having high blood pressure leads to ruptures and cracks in the blood vessel walls. Children then become anemic because they do not get the required vitamins and iron supplements necessary for their growth. Children thus become tired and lethargic easily. Veggies and fruits become almost unheard of in these children's lives and diets. The lack of veggies and fruits causes a deficiency in macro and micronutrient supplements. This decreases the immunity, and children then become susceptible to various diseases and ailments. A deficiency in calcium also causes teeth, nails, and bones to become brittle. There have been cases known where the added preservatives and coloring agents used in fast food can cause cancer in children. But the most important disease we should be concerned about is obesity, not only in both children but adults also. Fast food obesity is the root cause for major disease that can develop in children. According to research, 15 to 20% of American children in the age groups of 12 to 18 years are overweight. Today, it is not all about taste, but quickness, efficiency, and convenience are the main requests. According to Ingram, nearly half of consumers claim that they eat at a fast food restaurant at least once a week. 1 out of 4 consumers say that they have increased their visit to a fast food restaurant in the past year. A survey was carried out at the University of Leicester by a student named Hannah Cooper and found that students were more likely to consume fast food after leaving home and having to care for themselves, even though they knew about the links to fast food and obesity. The main reasons when asked why they ate fast food were convenience, peer pressure, budget, and just plain liking it. This survey showed that pizza was the favorite food of choice, followed not far by French fries. Students might be tired and not feel like cooking, says Hannah about other students consuming fast food. She goes on to say, at home their parents probably provide their meals. They come to college and have to start managing and budgeting for themselves. In her article, Advantages and Disadvantages of Fast Food, Pose states that an obvious advantage to fast food is that it saves time. After work or classes, a pizza or burger sound heavenly and making dinner goes out the door. Overall, the student interviewed knew that they were eating was not the best choice, but that knowledge was not strong enough to override their lifestyle. According to Rindfleisch in her article Fast Food Can Be Healthy, McDonald's registered dietitian says healthy eating at McDonald's is not an oxymoron. Cindy Goody, U.S. Director of Nutrition for McDonald's, claims that McDonald's offers a wide range of balanced choices on their menu than ever before. She goes on to say that the real deal on nutrition at McDonald's is that all food fits into a healthy, active lifestyle. It is the consumer's responsibility to make choices from a varied menu. Cindy Goody and McDonald's have focused more on fruit with 100% fruit juices, apple dippers, fruit yogurt, parfaits, and salads with fruit in them. McDonald's has reduced the amount of calories in kids' meals by almost half, Goody claims. We're always looking for products and ways to make sure our food fits into a balanced diet, Goody said. were aware and engaging in lower sodium. Fast food restaurants are not required to evaluate their food, but McDonald's has provided nutrition facts for over 35 years. You can even pick up a brochure at any McDonald's that shows nutrition facts on it. In the next couple of years, all restaurant chains with over 20 locations will be required to post nutritional information on menu boards. This is because of rules in the recently passed federal healthcare law. The information will be very visible, and that could have an impact on people making healthier choices, says Goody. Not only is fast food one of the fastest growing businesses in the United States, it is also evolving among Nigerian society, says This Day in the article Rising Fast Food Culture. The convenience, the availability, and quickness appeal to Nigerians because of the demands of their jobs. The drawback to getting hooked on this fast food culture is the slow disappearance of the country's cooking culture. This includes cooking with spices and preparing meals in unique ways only known to Nigerian natives. Bose states that the time in a kitchen can get overwhelming and tiresome. After going to the supermarket and coming home to peel the produce for the dish, it almost doesn't seem worth it, and fast food becomes the more convenient choice. This Day states in their article, The Rising Fast Food Culture, the negative nutritional value and health problems are oftentimes overlooked by most youths and members of the middle class, who view the fast food culture as a status symbol. Not only are the health problems caused by fast food in the United States, but they can also pose problems in Nigeria like cancer and obesity. These fast food restaurants in Nigeria are making an effort to fix these problems by serving traditional African cuisine and reducing the cholesterol level in their snacks. The difficulty of changing fixed eating habits should not be overlooked, experts say. America will have to learn how to eat for nutrition, not for convenience and comfort. Dr. Heath states that you have to put it in context of how we live and why do we live the way we do, he says. The issue then is how do you dig yourself out of this hole as a culture? Some people look at taking care of their body as a luxury and not a necessity. In the United States, sugar and fat-laden foods are cheap and accessible. Dr. Bilderback of Step 1 concludes that our bodies crave sugar and fat. It's built into our DNA. It doesn't matter what your initial strength is. Eventually, if it's around you constantly, you're going to crave it. Regardless of the barriers around healthy living, you can make a choice today and can begin to turn around the years of unhealthy eating habits that America has adopted. Bose says in Advantages and Disadvantages of Fast Food, time saving is not the only thing that draws customers into fast food restaurants. It is also the cost savings. For instance, if you live alone, it is probably cheaper to go to Wendy's and get 2 double bacon cheeseburgers for $1 each, instead of going to the grocery store and cooking at home. Some fast food does raise health concerns, but if you look at the menu close enough, there are some healthier choices. Salads are always a healthier choice. If you're going to get a meal that has bread on it, try to opt for whole or wheat grain bread. If you have a choice between fried or broiled, take the broiled option. It doesn't involve as much grease. Avoid drinking sodas or milkshakes. Instead, get a juice, water, or even a diet soda. Don't forget, if you do not want a certain unhealthy ingredient on your meal, don't be afraid to ask them to leave it off altogether. In conclusion, America is in the worst shape it has ever been in. Fast food convenience and quickness is leading America to a fast food epidemic that we need to control fast before it spirals out of control. Only nearly half of consumers claiming that they eat at a fast food restaurant at least once a week. Children and adults need to watch their fast food intake. If America keeps eating fast food at these extraordinary rates, the obesity and other health issues will only get worse with time. If eaten in moderation and very infrequently, fast food cannot be so bad for you. It is only when you eat it out of moderation that it becomes hazardous to your health. So next time you have that craving for a cheeseburger, just make it a single or opt for a salad instead.